chat. How y'all doing tonight? Welcome. Happy Tuesday to ya. Happy Tuesday. Run that camera a little bit here. So yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with ChatGPT after today. Been trying to work with it to code something for the stream for most of the day today. And I feel like I'm just going in circles because it's not giving me proper answers. It's doing like 95% of it and then it's answering it wrong. And so I have spent like, and basically I'm learning APIs through ChatGPT. Words. So that has been my day so far. And what I wanted to get accomplished, I'm not really anywhere closer to being finished with than where I started. But hey, I've been doing stuff. Probably turn this light on too. It's probably a little dark, just a little bit. Maybe a little bit better. Oh, hey, no, that wasn't any better because I turned the wrong switch on. We want that big bright light in the front of the house on. There we go. That's a little better. I turned on my porch light instead of that. So I'm gonna be honest, I've been sort of looking forward to this dinner like all week. Like I'm Mr. Meat and Potatoes. I assume most of you know this at this point, but yeah. Like I saw this recipe. Well, I'm not following an exact recipe, but I saw the inspirational recipe for this, and I've just been like, I wanted to do that one. I know, I got water all over the place, but it was fun. It's just water. This thing doesn't have near the pour spout on it. Like, sort of amazing now that I think back on it. Like, it was sort of amazing in the experience when I'm talking about being in China again. I talked about this the other night on stream. One of the things besides fish bones and everything was just about everywhere we went, and we went some pretty high-end places and some pretty nice fancy places as far as food. Just about all of them had people with these tea kettles or teapots that, you know, had giant necks on them. You know, they could fill it. We were sitting there with a table of like 8 or 10 with Lazy Susans in most of them, and they would be able to fill the entire table from one spot with the tea. And the quality of the spouts, just anything that I have handled, like in the U.S. manufactured, nowhere near as close as those are. Those are amazing. Like you could get a couple foot pour off of those, and not splattering all over the place like this. Ah, I spilled coffee. That was almost a sip worth. Oops, wrong button. For the record, chat, the whole letting the cream swirl and sitting there playing games with the cream is entirely for the camera. It is not something I do during the morning. Welcome in, everyone. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy you joined me tonight to do some cooking. Oh, I didn't really do a very complete dinner command there tonight, did I? That's rather lacking in description. Okay, first steps for tonight. We need cheese sauce. So, bechamel time. So otherwise, I've had a pretty pleasant day. I mean, I haven't gotten anywhere with what I wanted to accomplish, which isn't fun, but otherwise things have been good. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mute that. My bad. Ooh. Burning my butter. I'll pull that off of the flame here for a moment. It's not burnt, it's just flavor. Actually, it's not even burnt, it's slightly brown. Well, let's turn that flame down a bit. Need a little bit for the morning. I'm gonna go shopping tomorrow. Oops, spilling on the stovetop there. Why is it rolling over the edge? I'm just spilling everywhere tonight. I don't know, chat. Is there a word for, like, is there like a Butterfingers word for, you know, drop or spilling things? Is there some proper terminology for the person who's got the dropsies with their liquids for the day? Clumsy works. Whoa, come on, camera. Let's fix the board while I'm at it too. No autofocus. Just zoom. Stay right there. Stop moving. Okay, I'm definitely going to add some seasoning in here. We're going to add some garlic and onion to start. That would be our granulated onion. And garlic. My nose is running. Why is my nose running? Oh, I know why. Because I ran out of allergy medicine last night and I don't have any more. A little cayenne in there. Do I want to add anything else or we just leave it right there? Oh, we can definitely add a little Italian seasoning in there. A little Italian herb mix. I don't know why it's Italian herb mix, but I don't really know many. Like, I wouldn't use Italian. I start to reach for Italian herb mix when I'm doing things that aren't necessarily very Italian. I don't know, is garlic bread Italian? A little thickness there, not enough yet. We're gonna continue to bring that up to heat. Need some salt and pepper. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna bug me because I don't have allergy medicine tonight either. Maybe I'll run out after the stream. Okay, while that's continuing to cook, we're gonna move on to our beef. Move cream sauce off to the side here. Pull out our pucko beef. I normally buy the looser ground beef, like the store ground beef, but I bought this far enough ahead of time. This has been in the fridge almost a week now. Well, it's been in the fridge definitely a couple of days. I thought it would hold up better in one of these anaerobic, vacuum-packed meat bricks. Ooh, hi there, cream. You getting hot? And I went with a relatively lean meat for tonight. I thought the flame was on there. I was like, I was rushing to get back here before the pan got too hot. It's not even warm. Sitting here stuck with beef in my hand because I don't want to put it down to contaminate anything. So I'm going to mix some cheese in with that, but otherwise that's pretty much our pour over sauce for our potatoes. Coffee in one hand, beef in the other. Works for me. I probably prefer bacon, but, you know, take what we can get. Nope, not hot enough. That wasn't hot enough, it still seared it. Alright, salt in our pucko beef, bricko beef, slab. Going back to talking about AI, I've also been looking to AI to do a lot of editing for my videos, and I'm very hopeful that at some point in the near future I'll be able to run through all of my old videos and have them all cut up and shortened to like a YouTube 10-20 minute length, something like that, and throw all those up on YouTube. Unfortunately, it seems like the same problem that AI seems to have with hands and some other things in the world is the same problem that it seems to have with my stream. And that is that it can't quite, like, it can interpret how things should look, but it doesn't know how anything really works. And so, like, they're always horrible at hands because, like, they don't know how hands operate. They don't know how they grasp. They don't know. You get them going in all weird directions with the fingers and stuff like that. I think it's the same exact thing with my stream setup here, where I have 3 different cameras in one view, and then you ask that AI to interpret that, it just views it as one scene. And while I would love to have some like close-ups to reactions or close-ups on dishes without the other stuff, it's not going to be able to do that. About the best it does is sort of like center the screen on what it thinks the attention is. It's not even really great at that either. There's a whole bunch of people, obviously, I think they're using ChatGPT, maybe there's some other program that they're using, but there's like 4 or 5 different editing, trimming softwares or AI-aided softwares that I've tried. And yeah, none of them have been worth, well, one of them wasn't too bad, but it needs a lot of work. I also don't think they were actually honestly selling what their product was. The one that I thought actually did the best, I think was essentially using AI to create captions for the whole video, and then reading the captions, it created chapters. My problem with that was a lot of the time it would just crop the text into individual like small chapters. So like there was one scene that I had where I was like, okay, we're gonna season this with some salt, and then it cut. It didn't show me turning around, grabbing the salt, and actually seasoning what I was going to season. And I had to sit there and manually tell it to do that all the way through the whole thing, which I might as well just be editing the video at that point. But I get the impression like they're all telling people like the other thing that's the problem with this too is none of them can handle the proper sizes for a proper streamer. It looks like a lot of them are basically shooting for people taking YouTube videos and stripping them down to TikTok size, versus me with anywhere from say 4 GB to 20 GB or plus individual video files, because a couple hours of video, multiple perspectives, multiple mics, you know, there's a lot of data there. And unless you're paying them buku bucks, they don't even want to accept those. And some of them, the majority of them don't even come close to being able, like that one that I was saying was somewhat close. Like if I got their top plan, which I think was $60 a month, which I'm not planning to do that, but it was a situation where I could upload, I think it was 4 GB files, which is about like the beginning point where my files start in size. Like I could maybe do 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50 videos out of the ones that I've done, but that's a small percentage. Nice catch, Cosmic. One of the few few-letter scrambles. It's getting too cold now, even losing our sizzle, because taking up too much volume now. Too much surface area, too much to cook at once. Turn the fan on over here. All right, now that we got this mostly cooked up here, you can season that with some flour. A cup of water. Put a little better than bouillon in here. Beef. And let that break down in there. And also going to add, since I have it in the house and I feel like adding it, I'm going to throw a little Vegemite in there too. Is this the open one? Yep. Vegemite. A little lighter in the Vegemite than the bouillon. We already got a decent amount of salt in there. We're gonna add a little bit of pepper. Need a bit of pepper. Surprised that didn't thicken up a little bit more than it did. Okay. I'm gonna turn the heat down on that. Let that simmer for a bit. We got our goodies here for our potatoes. I think we're ready to start dealing with actual potatoes. Let's hope these are less moldy than that other bag I bought. Let's do that just to be safe. There we go. This is a little more along the lines of what I was looking for here. There we go. Nice. Nice. Turn that down even a little bit more. Yeah, Phoenix, it's the... Grabbed some water so that these don't oxidize on me while we're prepping everything. Two eyes. Already oxidizing that quick. Surimi. Been a while since I had some raw sushi or raw fish. Sushi is rice. It is not the fish. Having flashbacks to bad memories here, apparently, while I'm peeling potatoes. Thinking of this, this was a long time ago, but a friend of mine who, well, at least acquaintance of mine, that used to think I liked her when it was just friends. I know that's sort of rare between guys and girls. It was just friends. And she tried to pair me up on a double date, and just with someone that, no. They're perfectly fine individual, but their interests, their beliefs, and well, I just wasn't attracted to them. It just was not a fun time. Friend had good intentions though, but I mean, yeah. I'm sort of coming to the realization now that I'm, not exactly a spring chicken anymore, that I don't know if I even really want a relationship anymore. I mean, it's great to have a partner and all that, but I think the real relationship that I was always looking for was the much longer one that I don't even know what I'm doing now at my age as far as dating. I'm not saying that I'm all that old about dating and can't happen. I'm just not sure what I'm after. getting to the point where, while more than possible to have kids still, it's getting up there. And on top of that, do I really want kids in this world? I mean, can we have more things go on right now? Alright, heat off on our beef now. Now that that's nicely reduced down a bit. Nice thick concoction there. We got a little moisture to it, but the favorite word of everyone in chat. John, I almost, no, I don't know if that's necessarily that hot of a take. At least for someone my age. Yeah. I mean, AI is taking over the world. Politics are not great at the moment. Though there's a lot of just rabble, saber rattling. Pandemics. Yeah, this is. We're looking at a probably not great economic turn here in the next couple months. Not great. Like, I'm still wondering what I want to do about investments. Like, do I just go straight cash at this point? Nice, Will. Well, we've seen the individual. This is almost weird to me. Like, usually it's the stock market acts, and it has acted, but usually the stock market acts, and then you see the effects on the population a bit more. We've had this inflation hit, and everything is just weird now, because it's looking like the stock market's going to take a downturn. We're going to have further rate increases. Nice, Hirsch. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining in. Debating how I want to go about this from here. We definitely want our oven on. We'll start preheating our oven. Then turn the sauce off so this can cool down a little bit before we try and coat potatoes in that. Spread that out on the metal and cool it down a bit. And I'm pulling out the mandolin tonight. I'm gonna mandolining these tonight because I'm not gonna, because we're doing a casserole. I'm not gonna leave that, like, traditionally Hasselback, you leave that like thin piece of skin in the bottom so it's all sort of connected in one little fan. I'm just gonna slice these tonight. But we need to get these nice sliceable thickness though too. I think that'll be okay. I don't know if I want to do this way. This is the way the recipe was written as far as doing this, layering this, but now that I'm thinking about this, this doesn't leave us with nearly as nice of a formed potato, because I want to have a nice stacked potato on the top there, and that's a mess. So maybe we'll keep this one as potential filler material. Unless maybe we can just do it like that. Yeah, I think we might just do it like that. Yeah. It's not going to be... let me see how... Let me double check on what I'm looking at here. Yeah, they didn't either, so... Okay. Yeah, we'll just go with this. So we're going to dump these in here, just like that. And spread them out, make sure they all get coated. Don't want them sticking together. Uh-oh. What? Is it Rage Against the Machine themed dish? I'm going to separate them in there this time and make sure they all individually go in there. Hey, it's going to par cook our potatoes too. Nice. Coat them in cheese, coat them in water. We just need the air off of them so they don't turn brown. If anyone's wondering why I'm shuffling potato chips here, it's because the liquid on them tends to make them stick to each other, and we want them to all get coated in that delicious... I keep calling this a cheese sauce. It's really just a bechamel right now that's seasoned. Cheese hasn't happened yet. We'll do up the last of these potatoes and then mix them all in together. I got 2 more after this one. Maybe didn't need that last potato. Oh, that's a repeat. We've gotten that dad joke before. That was just the other night, too. That was recent. I mean, my memory's horrible enough that, you know, I've probably heard a half dozen of these repeated and don't even remember them, but that one was just like the other night. One last tater. One last tater. Well, we can hope that the potatoes have cooled down the cream now. I would hope so. Certainly a bit more volume of potato than there was of sauce in there. Almost called it cheese sauce again. I mean, it almost is a cheese sauce if you think about the fact that cheese is just basically thick dairy. I'm laughing at the thought of thick dairy. Okay, potatoes all cut. We'll set those off to the side here for a minute. Wipe off our cutting board. And cheese. Do I want to shred? What do I want to do with this Gouda? How soft is this stiff? Wasn't really trying to show off the label there, but probably did a pretty good job. But we get some mild Gouda. Mild Gouda. It's Gouda cheese. Take off the wax rind. We got two rinds we gotta pull off of here. What? That's lovely. Yeah, it's wax. Wasn't sure if it was plastic or wax these days. It started melting in my mouth, so after chewing it and mashing it, and it wasn't just a solid. So I'm gonna live with it and hope that it doesn't kill me. But I think that might be enough for our project tonight. I don't know if I need to use this whole block of cheese for this. Chet's like, use it all. After cooling, all the liquid mostly thickened up and is sticking to the meat, which is what we want. We're going to sort of try and create as much as we can, a sort of layer between these two, because, well, they ain't going to be the best of friends, but they're going to be tasty together. Good news around it stands up on its own. Now we just hope we have enough potato to do this, though we can sort of cheat if we're short. You just spread it out a bit more. I do want to leave it about as vertical as I can. That one just doesn't fit with the rest of the bunch there. We'll throw you back in there. Maybe should have started in the center. Oh well. pull some of these larger ones out that don't really fit with the whole bunch. Come on, stack up a little better than that. This first one's been a nice bunch here for the first. One's in the center. That one's too big. Vegetarian, why is that in the dictionary? You need to get rid of that word. I think I'm actually going to squeeze all of these in here. I think we got room for them. So there's our casserole, folks. Not in the oven yet, but we're getting close. Excuse my cough, I apologize for that. Need to turn this up. We'll hit this up with a bit of salt. The MSG, at least over the top. And pepper. And before I throw this in the oven, we'll give the rim a nice wipe because I know I got my sauce covered hands all over the rim. And do I want to put let's throw a pan underneath this just to be safe. I think we're going to be perfectly fine, but yeah, it's a lot easier to clean up a pan than the bottom of your oven, especially when you got parchment on it. Oven's up to temp. So I think we're going to throw this in there. How long we got to cook this thing? How is this? Let me look at my inspiration recipe here. All right. So we're going in the oven 30-ish minutes. Oh, I'm just noticing this is a Kenji recipe. I'll point out the recipe because it's Kenji Alt Lopez. That button doesn't work, apparently. There we go. There is our dinner of the evening. So, comparing that to this, I think I'm doing okay. I've made several changes throughout this thing. First off being the recipe here doesn't have beef, doesn't have a lower layer. I've added the bottom layer to this casserole. Additionally, I also changed up how I'm handling the potatoes from that, but if you look, pretty much the same. All right, going in the oven. I'll like, how many was that? 6 potatoes? 7 potatoes? It was at least 6. And a pound of beef. And sauce. And cheese. So I'm just chilling here for the next 30 minutes, chat. So I'm going to be cleaning up. Maybe we'll take an AFK here. We'll see how things go. But I'm going to go ahead and clean up all these dishes so my kitchen's nice and clean. It has been so nice the last couple of days. My kitchen's been much cleaner the last couple of days. And when the kitchen's cleaner, it just feels like the world just goes so much easier. Copper's starting to lighten up again. It's been dark for so long. I've been using these pans quite a bit, and they sort of cycle between darker and more brass-like or more copper-like. But as you can see, I'm also wearing away that surface, and so I'm doing my best to just keep it clean, not necessarily scrub it completely perfectly. Like, that's just going to wear away what metal I have left there. I'm sure the buildup on it is not great for temperature, but it's not like I'm using it for candy and stuff all the time anyways. Might be worth properly hitting that up before using it for something like that, but if I'm going to the trouble for copper for temperature reasons, I'm probably wanting an all copper pot, which I don't want to deal with cleaning and tarnishing and ugh. Thank you for the follow. I guess I should put a timer up here. Let's pull up a timer. How much longer do we got here? 22 minutes. Let's do 21. Where is my timer? So who's got something new and exciting to report? Who's tried out something new to eat lately? Who else is frustrated with AI? Tried to get myself. Uh-oh, I got soap in my cast iron. Uh-oh. Whatever will I do? It's soapy, chat. Hey, Fluffy. Have I gotten you addicted to Minecraft again? Or re-addicted? Or newly addicted? I saw you were playing most of the day in Discord. Or at least had it open. I don't know if you're actually playing. Like, I'll AFK and leave Minecraft open half the time and... Nice. Also nice. I slept horrible last night. Like, I'm not tired, I'm not really feeling it today. But I got like maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep last night. I was just hanging, like, it wasn't like I was really, like, I was just wired. I just didn't want to go to sleep. I was sitting there on my phone for ages. Which I don't try to use my phone much at night. I leave it near my bed for emergencies and all that fun stuff. But I mostly try and just put it there and go to sleep. And I'm usually pretty good about that at night. It's the morning that I have a problem. I wake up and then I sit there and scroll for an hour or two. Go through the news, that sort of fun stuff. So I was expecting to crash at one point this afternoon. My body seems to be fine with it, so. No, occasionally when I'm feeling like I don't think I'm getting tired and I want to get tired to go to sleep, I'll switch over to, oops, sorry, chat. What do you call them? The glasses that take out, is it the blue light? Yeah, the blue light. They take out the blue light from things, so like your monitors and your phones and stuff like that all. There's some people that are big into that and don't want to, and wear them like all the time where they're in front of the computer. And yeah, my phone has automatically changes to a little bit more yellower at night too. But I don't necessarily agree with it to that degree, but it most certainly affects me to a minor level as far as getting tired late in the night. If I'm just sitting there with blue light, I've got LED lights in my living room, and so they're blue light or white light, and my monitors are obviously blue or white light, and so, but I wasn't in my living room all last night. I actually tried to go to bed. I just sat there and, well, I'm bored. I'm not bored right now, though, chat. I feel like I'm actually talking tonight. I'm usually a little less talkative than this, at least lately. Yep, we got some yummy potatoes in that oven. We're actually shooting to make something along the lines of this. This is I'm not following this recipe directly, but this was our inspiration for tonight, and I actually think my casserole looks quite similar to that. I think he's got some flecks of cheese in there. I just got cheese underneath all the potatoes. So that's what we're shooting for tonight's photo. Hey, Zeeks. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, you missed the main preparation part tonight. I'm pretty much done cooking. I'm sitting here cleaning everything up because our casserole is cooking in the oven. And let's put you on top of you. Yep, it's still daylight here. Actually doesn't, well, we're getting close to sunset. We're getting that nice glare going through the window. I don't know, maybe I should buy some curtains. Well, I like the windows. And I know myself, I probably wouldn't be opening and closing shades on the door. It's annoying that it blocks in the video. But I think I'm gonna leave it. I don't know. That's something I could have handled ages ago. Ricardo. Achiote paste. I didn't know what ricotta was off the top of my head. I definitely know what achiote is. That sounds a little bit different from what I'm used to knowing for that too. But then again, like the primary reason that I've been introduced to achiote is because of the natto and the coloring from the natto. It's an interesting mix of spices there. Like you got the like that's definitely like that's a weird mix of spices. Like you got some definite Asian influence there, and then you got like, yeah. What started my interest in cooking? I took college courses outside of high school. When I got out of high school, I guess I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I had some ideas of things I wanted to do. I started off going after computer sciences and stuff like that, and quickly lost interest because I had to learn a bunch of dead languages in order to get anywhere as far as school is concerned. And so I jumped around a lot in the community college where it was not overly... it was basically cheap health insurance for my parents at that point because I was under 25, so I was still covered underneath them. The stool cost versus paying for health insurance. And so I tried all sorts of stuff when I was at that college. I went through geography. I went through psychology, sociology. I did all my courses to get my CCNA. I never took the course, never took the test. I ended up in their culinary area and just absolutely realized that I could spend all day in a kitchen, not really feel hungry, and enjoy myself. And from there I realized I wasn't going to get anywhere going to small college, local city college sort of a thing, and moved on to going to the Culinary Institute of America. Yeah, I need to get some allergy medicine. My nose is driving me nuts here on stream. I hadn't noticed it until I started streaming. Still got soup, chat. I got maybe 1.5 bowls of soup left. And the handle's in the way of where I put my water. Yeah, but I had, as far as I'm trying to remember what all it was, but there was, I know I had to take at least 2 courses of basic, and I think there was a course that I actually took underneath that where I was just like, why am I doing this? And I just wanted to get to doing VB, which was what I was already sort of coding with at home to do websites, because I was doing website stuff around that time. That was one of the other things I bounced to in that time period. Let's see, what else do we got that we can clean up here? That counter's always dirty over there, because that's where all my dirty stuff goes. That's a little bit better, dad joke. Dad joke was repeating themselves earlier. Well, I didn't really learn VB. I should take that back. I did toy around with it a little bit. I did create a little, like, couple Hello World, like, VB scripts. But I was really using VB script, which was sort of like the dumbed down version of VB that could be used for ASP or active server pages. Visual Basic. VB is Visual Basic, which that screen you're looking at right now, if it's a Windows monitor, most of the programs were designed in that. Yeah, Zeeks, a lot of it's changed. A lot of it's the same, but a lot of it's changed at the same time. But like when I was in high school, I was doing all sorts of competitive gameplay, and I actually, at one point, owned the domain Planet Ladder. You know, when you had all of the games being... I probably would have gotten sued my butt off if I actually had done this and had gotten notable. But back in the day, I don't know if anyone's old enough to remember, but all the games back then, you had like Planet this and Planet this and Planet that and PlanetThat.com. They were all sort of like the same company. I don't really know if they're still around or not. And I had bought Planet Ladder and Ladder Planet actually, and had developed a whole website to be like an active ladder competition system between different groups or tribes or clans or what have you, teams. I'm not 100%, my memory isn't 100% on that. I think I lost a vast majority of my coding, and like, we're talking like months of coding as a kid. And I think I had a hardware failure, or I don't remember, but I lost a good portion of it. Nope. Thank you for the follow. Exactly, Ziggs, yeah. And so, you know, that was a combination of a back-end database and a gazillion if-then statements. Like, I didn't understand arrays or anything. Do you prefer Sprite, Pepsi, or Fanta on your steak and chicken? Well, I have cooked with Fanta. I don't know that I've cooked with Sprite or Pepsi. I've certainly done Dr. Pepper ribs, and I've done, what else have I done? I've done stuff with ginger ale on stream. Sodas are usually okay for making sauces. They're not great, but they're usually okay. I mean, they're full of sugar, and they usually got some pretty good flavors to go along with them. They don't do great as far as like poaching or boiling or... Yeah, Dr. Pepper is another one that I've used as far as... I think I've done Mountain Dew ribs too at one point. I seem to use sodas and ribs. So that was our timer. Let's see what we got down here. Ooh. I think I want to give that a little bit longer though, chat. I don't think we're there yet. But Combat King, if you're a big fan of odd foods and odd interesting things, actually we can talk about that right now. Because tomorrow is my ingredient challenge night, where chat gets to nominate an ingredient that I have to use to make dinner and dessert. And it is looking like Campbell's Cream of Chicken won this week. So we're making dessert with Campbell's Cream of Chicken tomorrow, chat. I enabled developer mode on Discord, and now it's annoying me because delete is no longer the bottom one in my menu list there. Because if you have developer mode on, you can look up IDs all over the place in Discord. You can honestly say you've never had cream of chicken. It is, when it comes to Campbell's Cream of Chicken, which is what I'll mostly, you still have, it's a base of a lot of recipes, yeah, Zeeks, and it's used in all sorts of things along that line, all sorts of casseroles, all sorts of, but it's typically a very velvety, very smooth soup, and then it's Campbell's, so you get a few, like, little pieces of, like, millimeter by millimeter diced chunks of chicken in there. That's almost exactly what it is. Like, I mean, they put a couple of pieces of chicken in there to say that they put chicken in it, but it was basically a thickened stock with some cream. So that's going to be a toughie for, like, well, actually, I'm sitting here thinking, I mean, it's basically a cream soup, because the chicken, it's there, but it's rather mild, and chicken, I mean, chicken is essentially manufactured to taste like nothing. You look at the top ingredients in the world, they don't taste like anything. Water, chicken, tilapia. And then, of course, because it's canned and pre-made, it's usually like a solid, like, Jell-O block when you pull it out. Actually, no, now that I remember, that one isn't typically... That one's usually a little thick to pour, but pourable almost. Now that's funny, because I would normally think of cream of chicken being mild compared to cream of mushroom, but when it comes to Campbell's, like if I did a mushroom soup, and I used to do a cream of mushroom soup for my business, because there was mushroom and dairy vendors at the farmers markets. It was thick. Not what they were doing. Salty yellow fake chicken goo. I'm gonna give it another minute here. When I looked in there, it wasn't nearly as nicely browned as our target audience. It did have one like piece of potato that was like so perfectly cooked, but it was like the only piece in there that was, I'd probably end up just letting that one burn and pull it out. Yeah, Zeke, that's sort of what I was getting, like, it certainly doesn't have my cream and mushroom flavor. A cream and mushroom and versus cream of chicken. Cream of mushroom, you'll see that one typically in all the green bean casseroles and cream of golden mushroom, huh? Wonder what mushrooms they're using for golden mushroom. I don't know of a variety. There probably is a mushroom called golden mushroom, but whether it's edible and what they're using, but why did I move? Oh, I was cleaning the counter over there. A little beef broth, a little tomato in it. Locked on me. I need some more water here. I'm overheating. Well, let's pull out this. Let's see what we got. You know, I think that still needs a bit more time. I almost want to throw that under the broiler a little bit. Potatoes feel like they're cooked through. Yeah, I'm sort of thinking I might want to broil this a little bit. How does a broiler work, actually? It's essentially an upside down range. It's just got the flame is on the top of the oven instead of the bottom. A weekly theme submission. Thank you, Zeeks. Our next space for that. Oops, that's a little long there. That one's an extra day there. We're going to add that on after Ozzy's theme next week. So how's the 21st through the 27th sound to you? Zeeks, you going to be able to be around? Ozzy picked a week of cocktail pairings. So all next week, after we get through our ingredient challenge tomorrow, we're going to be doing cocktail pairings for the next 3 streams. I'm not using ChatGPT's suggestions when it came to that. I was toying around with that idea. So that sound okay to you, Zeeks? It's now in the calendar there, unless you got an issue with it. So I'm going to switch over to broil. I'm gonna pull my oven door open as that lights and heats up. And we're gonna switch to putting this lengthwise because the flame in this is along this center beam in the oven, and so we want this to line up with that. I'd call shepherd's pie a casserole. And so we'll go ahead and throw this in because the temperature on this isn't so much that we're just applying direct flame to the top of this to try and get some color on it. Quite possibly, Zeke's. That one I'm a little bit... I guess you have all sorts of... You can have tuna noodle casserole and stuff like that. You have pasta casserole, so yeah. I'm sure lasagna can be called a casserole. I've certainly seen lasagnas that are more casserole-like than lasagna-like. But we want to leave this in here too long. We just want to leave it in there, get some color on top. I don't know, are they, chat? What's chat think? Someone goes sunbathing, are they a casserole? Ah, but is it in a casserole dish? Does I don't know if the lounge chair counts as a dish. I mean, maybe if they're cute, they're a dish. We're a little bit low for this, but I sort of think of a tanning bed as a little bit more, well, it's either a solar oven or it's a salamander. Could be a commercial broiler too, which commercial broilers are what most of your steaks are made on. For those that don't know, we have grills. Your typical fast casual restaurant probably has a grill. Your fast casual steak restaurant also probably has a grill. But the old school, the Mortons, the real steakhouse places, those ones that are serving you steaks without the grill marks on them, those are from the broiler. we're getting there. And I was sort of thinking the difference between salamanders and broilers was you could adjust the height from the flame, but that isn't the case. I guess the only real difference between a salamander and a broiler is a dedicated one, and a salamander is typically like above a stove or above. Or maybe it's just like most things and everything's got like 5 names. Oof. Did you burn something, unfortunately? I hope not. My oven most certainly does not, but yeah. If you got yourself an electric oven, just forget that you have a broiler function. It's a waste of your time. This is another one of those, you want gas. You want that flame. Hey Celtic, how you been? Thank you for the resub. Thank you. Welcome back. How you been? I've been doing well. Been doing better lately. Not there yet. I just got tired of waiting. So we're moving this up one on the rack. But we're getting some color there, chat. We're starting to get some color there. Having fun, Celtic, yeah. And like I said, I've been feeling better. Which is a big thing. Was it a hassle to prep? It was a little fuss work, like, probably be a good project. Well, maybe a good project for kids, depending on how, fine detail they are. But essentially, it's slicing all of them on a mandolin. Thin slice. You can cut them if you want to, but I used a mandolin. And then coat them in a cheese and bechamel sauce. I just use the seasoned bechamel sauce. Put the beef on the bottom layer of Gouda, and then carefully restack the potatoes. That was the longer period time of that, is mixing them with the bechamel so they all individually got coated. Because if you slice a whole bunch of potatoes to sort of stick together, you had to put them in there. And then had to restack them, basically. But that was the only, it was a little time consuming, it wasn't hard. Okay. We'll give that a flip in another minute or two. We're looking really close now, though. I certainly wasn't part of the start of Team Bone-In, but I joined right in as Mixer had its last days, and I was forced to come over here to Twitch. And I wanted to do my best to help support it. But yeah, things don't always work out. No, I did not. I peeled them. So that's all nice, crispy color there. There is no peels there. And then we'll finish it with a little of this stuff. A little sprinkle of parsley on there, mostly just for some color. Thank you, Celtic. Gonna have to obviously get a couple photos of this hole before we break into it. Nope, not gonna work over there. Wrong settings. There we go. Celtic. All right, let's try breaking into this. I keep going back to these. I keep using these. Yeah. Make sure these potatoes are cooked through. I think they're cooked through, but... yeah. A little crispy on the top. That's pretty tasty. Pinch of salt. Potatoes, they need tons of salt. I put a bunch of salt in there, still wasn't enough. Some of my best memories in college was doing exactly that. There were a couple of people at the Culinary Institute that vast majority of students at the Culinary Institute stay on campus. But there was a 5 to 10% percentage of students that lived off campus. And a good portion of those actually, like people would hang out in their kitchens. And there was one house that had parties. It was known as one of the party houses. looked like it used to be a convenience store converted into a house at one point. But tell me this, how many of you went to college? Well, I don't know how many of you have been to college, but how many of you have memories of college where you had a kegger and you were making hors d'oeuvres in the fireplace? Or how many of you had a kegger paired with an all-night barbecue session where briskets being smoked overnight on a proper Texas-style grill that was towed up from Texas? I think. I don't remember where you got that, but yeah, culinary school, fun. Excuse me. All right. I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. I think we're going to call it there. I don't think I'm going to raid anyone tonight. Did we get any raids tonight? I don't think we did. Thank you if we did. Thank you for the resubs today. Greatly appreciate that. Gonna be back tomorrow night. Obviously I'm sitting here gesturing towards the camera like normal even though you can't see me. I'm gonna be back here tomorrow. Gonna be using cream of chicken to make dinner and dessert, so I hope you come back to join me and figure out what the heck I do with that, or watch what the heck I do with that. Should be interesting at least. And then we've got all of next week. I touched on it earlier, but SoCal Aussie gave us the theme for next week of cocktail pairings. So we'll be doing dinners with cocktail pairings all this next week. I appreciate all of you for joining in with me tonight. Thank you so much for that. I'm gonna go and enjoy this casserole, this yummy casserole. And I hope you all have an amazing evening. See you back here tomorrow. Good night.